Hi, and welcome back to This Week in Wrestling Mom's Basement. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right, found Shawn Michaels Smile, Joe Venuto.
This week we are doing the Raw SmackDown reviews. Different now, we're going to break down division versus division.
Yeah.
Division versus division. And the Cruiserweight division, which doesn't have an equal count.
Which I guess
we'll use this mid-card division.
We could add it to an either minus to Raw or negative to Raw, depending on how the Cruiserweights went.
Right. The overall division we compared, Raw's big card and main event scene will be pretty much similar right now. Now, of course,
yes.
Miz is in the main event scene and the mid-card champion. But first we'll do the Cruiserweight division and we'll see if it was a positive or negative towards Raw. This week, Enzo definitely held it down as Cruiserweight champion the past few weeks by having featured the main event role for Life Story. I did think having him lose the title was a smart move, because eventually the Cruiserweight's going to be based off of wrestling. Yeah. And with the news coming out, Neville, Khalees is the next biggest star.
Yes.
But it does end the stipulation if Enzo does get the belt back, that now the Cruiserweights can all challenge for the title now.
And it also helps the fact that if Khalees actually doesn't end up beating Neville, or if he didn't actually end up beating Neville, who's going to compete with Neville for the Cruiserweight title?
Right, yeah.
You would always have to fill somebody in that spot until you finally decide to have Neville actually lose the belt.
Right.
Or, not Neville, Enzo Amore lose the belt.
The title match itself, I actually thought was one of the best matches that the division has produced on the main roster. And
I'm willing to say it was Enzo's best one-on-one match of his career.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, WWE does use it to turn Khalees into his bottom 5-star.
Yes.
As for Enzo, it does seem obvious that he is going to get the belt back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I'll tell you how I feel about it. I hate it.
Yeah.
If you were just going to have... If you're going to have that match at the pay-per-view and Enzo is going to win it back, I don't see the point of actually having him drop it in the first place. Other than the fact that you write out the
clause.
Yeah, the clause of no other cruiserweight can actually compete for the title because they put their hands on Amore a couple weeks ago. That's really the only thing it actually does. But I think it would be a bit more interesting to see where they would actually go creatively with Enzo keeping the belt and the clause intact, and maybe even doing like a not loser leaves division match, a do or die match, where if Enzo wins, Kalisto cannot compete for the Cruiserweight title as long as Enzo's champion, and add him to that group. Right. And you bring somebody else in who tries to be the savior of the Cruiserweights, and eventually you do that until someone actually would get a face reaction from that, honky tonk band style, and then give that person eventually that reaction in that moment, and that's how you do it.
Like a Hideo Itami or something.
Yes.
Who doesn't seem to be doing much of anything actually right now, so. Well, to piggyback with that, the young contact, Mustafa Ali was also added to the title feud this week between Enzo and Kalisto.
Yes.
It's a tribute to say the least. He's by far the most talented high flyer in the division. But he has been used probably since his feud with Drew Gulak ended months ago. Being a foreigner of Enzo is a surefire way for him to increase his profile, though, as he climbs up the ranks in the division.
Mustafa Ali, especially in 205 Live, has been one of the more impressive ones. He's definitely one of the ones that stood out to me, and from the Cruiserweight Classic, I really don't remember much of him. I don't think he stood out, especially to me, but since 205 Live happened, he's actually been the rare occasion where it's actually worked out better for him in 205 Live.
Yeah.
He was actually a Cruiserweight. He was known due to Cruiserweight things. He was a high flyer. And put on the exciting high spots of the match. excited to see him get that opportunity. However, I probably would have given it to Cedric Alexander. I guess they didn't because right now he does have a feud on 205 Live.
Right.
Which, hey, they're keeping up with 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
So, good on Mustafa. Hope the opportunity works out for him.
And the elephant going on the division this week, TJP and Rich Swann had a hell of a match on 205 Live, but their feud, I feel like, need to end a while back.
Yes.
Rich Swann surprisingly scored 2 straight falls on TJP to end their 2 out of 3 falls match, which was odd. Both of the former champs have been battling each other's equals for the past few months. And to see TJP Knight score a one full was strange. I'm not sure what that means is Rich Swann next in line for the Cruiserweight Championship after TLC.
I don't think so. He would actually probably go into a feud with somebody else, I'm thinking. Probably Drew Gulak, maybe him.
Okay.
Maybe even Tony Nese. And get Tony Nese somewhat situated into a better spot.
Right.
But the match itself with TJP and Rich Swann, I thought was pretty good. I did like that they didn't do the typical one wins one fall, the other one wins the other, and then the final, and then they switch up. They sort of threw you for a loop.
Right.
The match was entertaining enough, and it made it to the second round where Swann swept.
Which I did like about the whole fusion based off of competitiveness. And then just like TJ didn't look competitive. Just gonna sweep like that either.
Yeah, it was
the whole match has been built up off how even they are. The whole feud, I mean.
Well, one finally got the upper hand.
Yeah, but TJ's your first Cruiserweight champion, just like you said.
Grand Metalik was the finalist against TJP. What's your point?
He's been picked up wins, but he's on team. That's a good sign. He only lost one contenders match, so that's good.
Yeah, but shouldn't he technically been your very first contender in 205 Live?
Yeah, well, Mick Foley botched that.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even know that he couldn't pronounce names. Well, he introduced stuff.
Yeah.
Now we go to the versus part. First up, the Royals Women's Division, which is always a doozy.
Yes.
It's somewhat dumb to have WWE play the age angle in the title feud between Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, because Mickey's just as old as Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and John Cena.
Yeah.
And they are the cream of the crop in the WWE hierarchy.
Actually, I think she's younger than all of them, to be fair.
Right. Actually, she's just as old as Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah. The feud definitely does have a lot of drama. It was benefits Mickey tremendously as she's just been thrust aside on a roll. Or she's a too, and she was just thrust into the title picture in a short amount of time too. She did cut one of the best promos of her career for Alexa on a roll, but she does seem like a long shot to win the gold at TLC.
Yeah, I don't think she's winning at TLC. It is a little weird that she is.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. I do find it a little weird that she's getting a storyline about her age when she's actually younger than most of the cornerstones of the company. Or at least is maybe a year or two older than cornerstones of the company. If not younger. That probably comes to head with Alexa actually being incredibly young. She's actually a few months younger than us.
Right.
In real life.
She's 19.
I guess. Yeah. She's 26, I think.
I'm trying to make us look young.
I don't think we would pass for 19.
I would. I get past for 60.
Oh yeah, because you actually shaved today.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, Alexa's only a couple months actually younger than us.
Sorry,
and
I'm not sure.
Not you, Alexa. Shut up. No one likes you. Anyway, it's probably being that Bliss is so much younger than Mickey, and Mickey is actually on her second run, and actually had been there for years on her first. It's probably more like that, and the fact that she's accomplished so much. However, I know I'm in the minority there, but I actually like the Mickey James storyline. We're actually called out a flaw people saw in Mickey and called out a real thing people get bullied for. At this point, age is no difference. And it could be a real thing that Mickey reacts to, and it's finally a personal feud people can get behind.
I get called out on my age all the time.
Exactly.
People say you're not 26, you're 16. And I take offense to that.
Yes,
I don't know why you're making me look older than I am.
Exactly.
Yeah. Up next, it looks like Emma's going to get the honors. Facing debut Asuka TLC.
Being the first victim.
Yep. Emma's winning the Fatal Five Elimination match is going to be meaningless in less than 2 weeks. Because she's going to be... I have a feeling that I never say it's going to be competitive. I have a feeling she's going to be squashed by the most dominant superstar that WWE has ever seen. And I'm willing to say that. The most dominant star that WWE's ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Asuka's a woman surrounded by myth and destruction. And she's laid the NXT Women's Division out for the last few years. The Australian hashtag queen. That's what she is. Won't have much of a shot against Asuka. And neither will the rest of the division, honestly.
I kind of miss Bubbly Emma. Anybody else miss Bubbly Emma? I kind of do. I sort of have to lean into it. Although you're doing that kind of do as the wrong Australian. Both are the wrong Australian we're talking about. Well, anyway, I actually added my thoughts about Emma being Asuka's first opponent. Emma was actually a great opponent for Asuka in NXT TakeOver. As you would know, because I actually reviewed this a few weeks back. The match is my favorite of the night. It's one of my 3 favorite Asuka matches in NXT. It's probably my favorite Emma match, to be fair, too. But still, I think it's a very good call. Emma's would give... I almost called her by her indie name. I never called her by her indie name before. Asuka. I think it would be a very good introduction for people to Asuka to see her moveset and have it go a little bit longer so she can actually show how vicious she can actually be.
And then for the rest of the contenders in the women's division, it'll be the first time since the WWE draft that neither Sasha Banks, Bayley, or Nia Jax will be competing for the women's championship on a Raw pay-per-view.
Alleluia.
The WWE should have a match with those 3 women at TLC to determine who will be the next contender for the Raw Women's Championship.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Then what the hell do you do for Survivor Series? Or for... Yeah.
10-woman tag.
No one wants to see that. Unless it's Raw versus SmackDown.
Why not?
Because Raw don't have 10 women.
You don't need 10 women.
You just said 10-woman tag.
Yeah, 5 on 5.
Well, as long as
10 women.
As long as it's Raw versus SmackDown.
5 on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-woman tag.
You probably
5 on 5.
You probably do Raw versus SmackDown. 10-woman tag even. Or a traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Let's say.
When you say 6-person tag, you don't mean 6 on a side. You mean 3 on a side, because there'll be 6 of them.
That'll be 12. But no, WWE should have a triple threat match at TLC to determine next contender.
Okay, now I'm good.
Well, eventually you want to get to Asuka and Sasha, and how the Sasha they want eventually will probably be the one to get the belt, and Asuka wins the Royal Rumble. So
Asuka beats Bailey at this, whatever December pay-per-view is.
We'll have one. TLC is Roll's last pay-per-view of the year.
Oh, really?
Single brand.
Huh. Alright. Well, she beats somebody. In December. It could still be Bailey. It could just be on a Raw. And then Asuka and Alexa at the Rumble. Asuka wins the belt.
You do not give us no good matches.
I'm getting Asuka and Sasha at Mania.
Yeah, but us. I'm talking about us live. I'm not worried about the people in New Orleans.
So you don't want to see Asuka kick Alexa's head off?
Not in person. If it means Mickey wins the title, I get Asuka versus Mickey in the Rumble. Or Mickey versus Sasha.
I'm being realistic here.
Yeah, I'm so am I. It's next week. Spoiler alert, when we do the predictions next Sunday. Mickey's going to beat Asuka. Mickey's going to pick to beat Alexa.
Okay, well, I'll just consider that a point for me then.
Or not. I want you, if I'm right on the review, I want you to admit that Mickey's hot.
I'll admit that right now.
I want you to admit Mickey's more talented than Alexa in the ring.
I'll admit that right now.
I want you to admit that Mickey's better on the mic. There we go. Because she actually is authentic. Alexa's already sweet girl. And the material they give Alexa's kind of schoolgirly.
Yeah.
Mickey does come off as a woman, what she talks. Alexa has the best delivery on the mic, but the material they give her, my God. Does that look like a grandma to you? My God.
You realize she's calling out her opponent.
No, she's not.
Yeah, that's what
It's a
she's doing.
sexist.
She's getting under her skin.
It's an ageist storyline.
She's getting that heel champion's getting under the skin of their contender.
This is what we teach our female audience.
Whereas that never happened.
This is what they
before
teach
in wrestling.
This is what they teach our female audience nowadays. Mock other girls because of their age. Or wait, back in 2009.
No, because Alexa's not the face. She's not the hero of the story. Nikki is.
It wasn't Biscuit Bump.
I don't know.
I don't know. It sounded fun though.
Your mic working girl took that one.
Yeah. But Biscuit Bump does sound appealing. Oh! Alexa has a small bump. Because biscuits are small. And Alexa does have a cute little small one. How the hell did she end up with Murphy? No disrespect to Murphy, but how the hell did Murphy get that? And they're engaged, right?
Yeah.
And they have a child.
They don't have a child.
A pig.
They in fact have a miniature pig.
Oh my god, so cute. So's Liv's pig. I was really worried about Liv's pig.
He's been bringing up Liv like just about every day, just so you people know. I'm pretty sure I can declare Liv his current wrestling crush.
Yeah, I was over her after she botched a couple moves in that NXT match.
No, I'm pretty sure it's still there.
Have you seen her Twitter? Go her Twitter or Instagram.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying the girl's not good looking.
And you only live once. The woman really needs to stop the live puns. Now, the equals to the Raw Women's Division, the SmackDown Women's Division, Natalya retained her title by DQ at Hell in a Cell. It was kind of a silly move. Having a championship match and like down pay-per-view. Kind of weakest champion in the audience eyes. And WWE hasn't done Natalya in favor since she's won the title back in SummerSlam. She's been presented as the SmackDown Live champ who's happy to hold the gold. And Natalya's too talented in the ring and on the mic at times. Well, on the mic as a heel. To be given a generic persona that will hurt her in a little more.
Yeah.
But I want Natalya to feud with Nikki Bella last year. Not Natalya, Bishop Natalya.
Yeah.
Oh, we just decided that this week. When she told Charlotte backstage. Yeah. I forget how she were. Oh, you're going to break your pathetic father's heart again. Yeah.
Yeah, The backstage promo to me was actually pretty forgettable to me though. It didn't necessarily stand out. I don't think it actually needed to be on the show. It didn't necessarily hurt it, but I don't think it was necessarily needed. I'm not sure what exactly it set up.
Charlotte trying to talk to him.
Well, yeah, that continued feud, but I don't know why the other women were backstage.
That's what hurt for me.
Were backstage.
The other woman.
Yeah. I don't know why they were there.
Yeah.
If they wanted to set up the match for that night, they could have probably just said, "Hey, this one versus this one tonight."
As for Charlotte, she was close to winning the gold on Sunday for the time attacker with the chair. Based on the backstage segment this week, it's obvious that she's going to be winning the gold once she gets a rematch in the next few weeks, probably. Natalya's already been booked as a transitional champ anyway, so it seems logical that WWE would prefer Charlotte hold the gold in the long run. It's kind of sad it might turn out that way, though, given that both Charlotte and Natalya do have one hell of chemistry. Do have chemistry together. WWE lets them do it on the main roster. But they haven't given them a lot of time to develop a genuine feud for this storyline from the get-go.
Yeah, the feud's sort of lacking for me too. Also, the match at Hell in a Cell didn't necessarily help. It got off to it was a much slower pace than their previous match in NXT, or one of their first match in NXT. And that match was so good, and this one, that match was so great that I think it affected maybe my view of what that match was at Hell in a Cell. It was fine, but I don't necessarily. To me, it wasn't necessarily wanting to see what happened next in that feud. To be honest.
Also, what in the world has happened to Carmella?
She's falling under the Money in the Bank curse.
Doesn't
matter what gen you are, you always fall under that curse.
She had SmackDown in the palm of her hands back in July.
Mm-hmm.
Only down to lose the majority of her matches since SummerSlam. I will admit WWE's completely, I'm not a British fan, WWE has completely dropped the ball on her. Since they actually did have a huge star on their hands after Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But they squandered that star in a span of a few weeks. There are even times where Carmella is even featured on SmackDown, but she's caught on WWE.com videos making fun of James Ellsworth. Now I'm actually going to blame WWE here for turning potential superstar into the making, into a forgotten about in a span of a short time.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely nowhere near the height where she was, especially right after Money in the Bank. You're right. And it's sort of like that it is the Money in the Bank curse. You definitely classify her like that. She really hasn't been picking up wins if she's been on TV at all. And it's always you lose, and then it's a big surprise when you actually cash in and win the title.
Right.
That's their formula for the Money in the Bank. It always has been. Well, not always. There's been a few instances, but it's typically their fashion of lose. You win it. It's a huge surprise. No one sees it coming. Happens every time. Still no one sees it coming. But they do it every single time. And unfortunately, Carmella is the first woman victim to that, so had to be a part of the tradition. Should be happy part of the tradition.
Moving on to the Raw Tag Team division. The Shield is finally reunited.
Yes.
We'll be told about the Shield in every division on Raw, so buckle up. The Shield's finally reunited, and it feels so good to stay this pace on that night on Raw. There's the type of direction Dean and Seth need as now their status tag changes are being put into the main event picture, as they'll be facing The Bar, The Miz, and Braun Strowman in a TLC match. With the Shield reunited, I feel like it'll be interesting to see if they make Roman defend the titles too, and Freebird will the Shield reunited.
You mean for the tag team?
Yeah, the tag team titles. If they're going to keep it around at least for that year.
I'm actually going to say no on that one.
Okay.
Just because Seth and Dean won it without Roman being there. And the Shield, when they were tag team champions, they didn't defend their titles as a Freebird rule. It was Seth and Roman. And Dean had the United States title.
I just need to give Roman something to do between now and Mania. Or now and Rumble, rather.
Feud with Miz.
But we all know how that's going to go.
Well, yeah, but it's not anything out of the normal they've been doing for Roman or Brock.
We'll move on to the other team, the other tag team in this story. The Bar teaming with Miz and Braun to take on Shield TLC. It's probably the best Christmas gift they could get this point. They received this year. They're clearly getting more title opportunities they all do. But they defeat the Shield. Their stock's going to dramatically turn 180 degrees on roll. Cesaro Sheamus have had one hell of a run in 2017, but beating the Shield at pay-per-view main event will be the biggest crown achievement they will ever accomplish.
The Bar beating the Shield, being their biggest accomplishment. It's kind of a weird thing to say about Sheamus, who's actually been a four-time champion.
Yeah, and after Arya Run, look where he's gone.
That's true, yeah. I am interested in seeing this match, to be fair. I'm even more intrigued by them adding Braun to add to their side. However, it's probably just going to end up the Shield winning, which is the right call because it's their first match back and they're pretty much facing a rabble for a team.
I see Braun just destroying the people.
Yeah.
And it includes their team leader.
Yeah, Braun probably just gets pissed off, simple, destroys anything and everything he sees. Yeah, I can see that. I am interested in this match though. It's it would kind of make sense for Shield to win because their cohesiveness and they're pretty much fighting a major shift towards that.
And as for the rest of the tag division, the rest of the tag division is as barren as a desert. Overall, two members of the tag division, Matt and Corey participated in singles matches this week, and lost their respective matches overall, and they clearly have no directions for themselves or their teams. For Matt, if he wasn't branching out as a singles competitor at this point, he needs to separate himself from the Hard Boys brand. I feel like the Hard Boys brand and all that, and balance branch out. For Gallows and Anderson, they need to be shipped to SmackDown Live as soon as possible.
Yes,
because they clearly have no direction role.
They need to be put with either Finn or AJ for them to actually get some speed again. Or would they add them? Would WWE add them to Finn? Probably not at this point. I'm not even sure if they technically should add them to AJ for the same reason.
AJ no, because he's a face.
AJ is a face, yes.
Finn turn, yes.
Finn should turn, yes. Will he? No.
I see a Finn turn in the future. Because Finn's going to have a struggle.
In the future, depending on how far away it is, yes.
I think that show's dry.
I see it happening.
I think that show's dry for if he just shipped to SmackDown, probably.
However, for the time being, and for the club's sake of the next few months for theirs, I don't see them actually being added to Finn, a heel Finn. Because I don't think Finn will actually be a heel.
Then they should be shipped to SmackDown then. But not alive with AJ.
Yeah.
They should be shipped to SmackDown now.
Well, that tag division is a bit more poppin', as you would say.
Right, as we're about to get to. And the next week, as we're about to get to.
Yes. See you then.